Okay, come, let's do this first question. This is something like a hire purchase, or they call it installment as well. And in fact, this is a real life questions. Apply for buying car. Okay, so of course, most of the time, of course, if you have enough cash, of course you can pay in full cash. But if you don't have, I mean, as in not say don't have, as in like we want to use the cash on other places, right? Then we want to do hire purchase for our car, purchase of our car. So the cash price of a car is 94,000. So Sean decides to buy this car. He paid a deposit of 10,000 and the rest by monthly installment of 1,090 over a period of 7.5 years. So the bank charges an interest of I%, okay, per annum on the amount loaned. Calculate the value of I. Thanks for the rows. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I'm going to, for me, right, for installment, I always like to write, okay, 94,000 is the full cash. So break into two parts. The first part is a deposit of 10,000 paid. Left 84,000, which I so-called I will loan. Okay, and then after that, of course, if I loan and then pay by installment, 7.5 years, they have to charge me an interest, right? So I need to know how much is the interest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1090 multiply by 7.5 times 12 months. So it will be 1090 multiplied by 7.5 times 12. So it will be 98,100. So this is the amount that you pay for this 84,000. So the difference is the interest. The difference is the interest paid. So I'm going to take the 98,100 minus 84,000. And that will give us 14,100 interest. So this is the interest amount. But they want to know what is the I. So we're going to apply the Prt formula. So over here, interest formula is Prt over 100. So we know that the interest is 14,100. So I'm going to put 14100 here. Principal is this. Principal is this. Take note, it's not the 94,000. You already paid 10,000. You still own them 84,000. So you are borrowing this 84,000. So the principal amount is the 84,000. So 84000. The rate you are supposed to find. So keep it as unknown. T is the number of years. So it's 7.5 over 100. Okay. So let me key 7.5 times 84000. So it will be cross multiply. I will have 6300000 equals to 1410000 because times 100. So my R is simply 1410000 over 6300000. Okay, 1410000 divided by answer. That will give me 2.238. And this one round off to 3SF. Wait, principal is total amount minus deposit in general. Yes. Okay. Some places don't have to pay deposit. Then the full cash amount is the principal amount. But this one you already pay 10,000. So technically you only own 84,000. So they can only base on 84,000 to calculate the interest. Okay. So round off to 3SF, 2.24%. Okay. You can either put it in 3SF or you want to put it in the mixed number, also can. So put it as 25 over 21%. Okay. This one you just write 3SF lah. Thanks, Pagina. Bye. Okay. 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 So this is a very practical one because next time you all buy car, don't just throw everything to the shop person to go and calculate for you. Still do your own due diligence to calculate. If not, they ask you to pay 2,000 every month, you also pay 2,000 every month. When technically speaking, you only supposed to pay 1090. Most of the time they will not calculate wrongly, but you should know. I will get slapped if I wrote in pencil. Yes, actually I also don't like my students to write in pencil. Because if you write in pencil, students always say, you write in pencil so that you can easily erase. Don't want to use so many correction tape, right? And then cancellation is very untidy. But you need to know, the reason why you all write in pencil is also because you are not confident. Agree? Go and mute the person, don't disturb. Okay? So you see, if you write in pencil means that you are not confident. You know that you might get wrong. But you need to get used to writing in pen. Because during exam, you don't have... You should not waste time using pencil. I got students say, it's okay, during exam I use pencil. Then after that, I use my pen and write it over, you know. Yeah, so it's a waste of time. So write in pen. And if you got wrong, just use a ruler and use pencil to strike off. Okay? Don't have to use correction tape. You have to get used to the untidiness, because in actual exam you cannot use pencil, okay, and you also cannot use correction tape, correct? Okay, now let's take a look at this one. But take note, okay, this one, my error is the I, just to let you know. Okay, maybe I kiasu a bit right here. Therefore, my I is equals to 2.24 or 25 over 21, okay? No, because exam cannot use pencil, right? Even you all know that if you do everything in pencil, they will not mark your work, okay? Patty buys an identical car which costs the same. She pays a deposit of 1/5 of the cash price. Okay, she then borrowed the remaining cost for 3 years at compound interest. Okay, keyword of 3% per year. Calculate the amount of money Betty paid for the car. Okay, hello. Okay, so same thing. So pay 1/5, right? So that means again 94,000 into 2 parts. I will take 1/5 multiply by 94,000 and I get 18800, and the balance for the installment will be 75,200. So this one borrow for the remaining cost for 3 years compound interest. So over here, my compound, I will have to use this formula. Wait, let me bring down the question. A is equals to P 1 plus R over 100 to the power of N. Okay? Guess that, footballer. You don't get it, please be specific about your question. If you're not specific, I'm just thinking that you are actually playing a fool here. I have moderator around here, so moderator will actually mute you if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, you'll be banned. Banned means you will not be able to see my content forever. Okay, so compound, you've got to use this one. So I'm going to borrow 75,200. So I'm going to put in 75,200, 1 plus. Okay, the R and the N, you need to know. First, let's see, it said 3%, but I need to know whether is this compound yearly, compound monthly, compound quarterly. Okay, so over here it did not mention anything. It only mentioned 3 years compound interest of 3% per year. By default, compound yearly. So if it's compound yearly, very straightforward. How many times you compound if it's 3 years? Okay, means you compound each year, 1 year 1 time, right? So 3 years will be 3 times. Okay, and the error will remain as 3. So it's 3 over 100 to the power of 3. So of course, press the calculator. I'm not so genius until this one also can calculate. Okay, and I get 82173.0704. Can you please block this person, Michelle? Okay, 82,173.0704. This is the amount. This amount means the principal plus interest. Okay. Okay, so calculate the amount of money Betty paid for the car. Okay, don't stop there. Don't forget that you actually paid 18,000 as well initially. Don't say that you only pay 82,000 for a 94,000 car. No such good thing. So the amount that this lady pay is 82173.0704 plus the deposit that she has paid initially. So plus 18800, and we will get, wow, 100,973.0704. So money round off to 2 DP. That means in total, she actually pay this much for the car. Although the car actually is 94,000, but because she pay interest, so in total she pay this amount. I don't know why your username is so funny, so I'm going to just ignore you. Okay, come, next question. Everyone okay with this part? I think should be quite straightforward. All good? Maybe I'll talk a little bit about the compound interest over here. So over here, okay, I put at the side here. This is extra. That means it's not related to the question. Okay? Michelle, I can remove the statement there now. Okay, so extra means that I want to do compound. Just now was compound yearly, right? So let's say I change. I say it will also be 3% per annum. But this time around, I say it is going to be compound quarterly. And I still remain it as 3 years. Okay, so the only change is the compound become quarterly instead of yearly. So what's the formula? The formula will still be the same. A equals to P. I'm going to put in the P. So it is just 75200 1 plus 100. Okay, so my R and my N you need to change already. First, ask yourself for the N first. Compound quarterly means 1 year compound 4 times. If it's 3 years, means it's going to be 4 times 3. Okay, so hello, so 4 times 3 will be 12 times, correct? That means total compound 12 times. So it will be 3 years times 4, so it's 12. So my N is equals to 12. Okay, then after that, what is my R? So my R change, don't forget 3% is per annum. When you compound quarterly, you can't possibly just use 3. That means it's too much already. So what? Thank you. So now what I need to do is my R. Okay, this one I assign this as, you know what? This is called big R. And then this is small r. So small r you need to calculate. My R will be using the big R divided by 4 because it's quarterly. Per annum is 1 year. If I want to be quarterly, I just divide it by 4. It means it will be 3 over 4. So just plug in the formula. Here will be 3/4. This one will be 12. Okay. So then after that, Michelle, you need to mute all those unnecessary people. It's very distracting. Okay, so let's key into the calculator. So 75200 open bracket 1 plus 0.75 over 100 to the power of 12. Okay, so it will be this, and it will be, okay, put here, equals to 82254.2787. And do you notice that this interest is more than this? By a bit only lah, by 100 plus lah. And you put 100 plus, less than that. But it's definitely more lah, because it compound quarterly ma. If it compound more means that I have to keep changing my principal amount to calculate the interest. So the interest will be more. Okay, so this is how you use compound interest. Understand? Compound interest. Important, go and find out what is your N, what is your R. The N is how many times you compound. R is, it depends on your 1 year compound how many times. Compound interest, just interest on principal. No. Compound is like, how to say? Okay, let's take it an easy one. If I say compound yearly, okay, my principal will change every year. Because the second year, they will use the end of the first year. That means the principal of the first year plus the interest. There's a new total, right? They will use the new total to calculate the second year interest. And then after that, the third year, they will use the end of the second year, which is, again, there will be additional interest add-on, right? They will use the new total and do the new principal, new principal for the third year. So that's called compound. But simple is straight away they base on first year what's the principal. They go and calculate the interest and straight away times 3 years. So the principal is just one number. But for compound is compound yearly means my principal amount change every year. Yes, okay? So for compound is growing per year. So in other words, if you are doing investment, okay, of course compound is better. Right? If you are borrowing money, of course simple is better. Okay? If you're going to put inside to the bank to earn interest, of course you want it to be compound. But please still do your due diligence to do the calculation. Not necessarily the word compound means that it's more interest. You still have to do calculation based on the numbers. But of course, if let's say two banks, both give you, let's say 2%, 2%, then both tell you compound yearly, one is simple interest yearly. The numbers is the same. The only difference is one is simple and one is compound. Then that one no need to calculate lah. You know that it's compound, definitely give you more interest. Okay, so that's the first part. Next, exchange rate. Okay, actually, exchange rate thing. Every time you travel, right, when we want to change money, we will go to the exchange, the counter, money changer, and then just pass them, and then how much they give you, you just take, right? Please also same thing, do your due diligence and calculate yourself to make sure that they give you the correct amount. Okay, the exchange rate between US dollar and Korean is $1 to 1082.5. So Bill bought this much from the bank. Okay, calculate the total amount in USD he paid the bank. Leave your answer to the nearest dollar. Okay, so I will write the other way around. So I will put as 10. I'm supposed to use blue. Okay, 1082.5. Okay, I write wrongly. Equals to Singapore dollar, US dollar. US dollar 1. Okay, because I want to make this the subject later. So I'm going to put this on the left hand side. So what I'm going to do is 1 of this one is equals to US 1 over 1082.5. I'm going to do this, like finding one unit first. Okay, then after that, find 166500. Never mind you all know what is it can already Time 166500. Okay, so press the calculator. 1 over 1082.5 multiply by 166500, and we will get US dollar 153.81. They say nearest dollar, so round it off to how much? You also participate lah. This one easy, right? How? Round off to nearest dollar, how much is it? Okay, 154. Who say $50? You disturb, Disturb also kick you away, I tell you. Yes, 154. So US 154. If they never mention nearest whatever, by default it's 2DP. So this one you can put at the side, nearest dollar. And we are done. Okay. Okay, let's move on. The next one, what's that? This kind of problem sum whereby they ask you to form quadratic equation. Why 154? Okay, let me explain. Okay, this one, because they want nearest dollar means nearest whole number. The 8 tells me that I need to change my 3. Because 8 means you have to round up your 3. If this 8 is not 8, is below 5, then you will remain as 153. But this 8 tells you that you need to round up, so it's 154. Can? Okay, move on. Okay, now let's take a look. Ray represents his class in a 10 km race. He started running at a speed of x km per hour. Okay, after 2 km, he increased his speed by 1 km per hour and ran the remaining distance at this speed. Okay, let me read. 10 km race. He started running at this much. After 2 km, he increased. Okay, so that means there's two portions of the journey. One is 2 km, and of course the other half, not half, the other part will be 10 minus 2, which is 8 km. Okay, so started running at x km per hour. So they asked to find the total time taken to complete the race. So I have two parts. My running speed, first part, I should say, first part, you must know that time, triangle here, DST. So to find the time, distance divided by speed. So my distance is 2 km for the first part, so it's 2. The speed is x km per hour, so it's 2 over x, bracket, this is hour. Okay? Correct now. Second part. Second part is we will take 10 km minus 2, so that means the balance is 8, correct? The speed initially was x. Increase the speed by 1, so x plus 1. So it's over x plus 1. Again, put hour. Why I want you to put hour is because sometimes later the time given to you, they will give you in minutes, then you got to change. This one never. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is the time for two parts. I'm going to find the total time. Okay? Find and simplify an expression for the time taken to complete the race. So the total time will just be the 2 over x plus 8 over x plus 1. And they say, find and simplify. So if you need to simplify, means that you need to combine these into a single fraction. So look at the denominator, x and x plus 1. These two different numbers. Please don't do plus 1 on this side. No such thing. X is one number, x plus 1 is another number. So you are supposed to, 2 must multiply with x plus 1, 8 must multiply with x over x bracket x plus 1. So this is how you combine into a single fraction. Everyone understand this part? Then I'm supposed to rainbow. Rainbow here, rainbow here. So it will be 2x plus 2 plus 8x over x plus 1. And I get 10x plus 2 over x and x plus 1. Bracket it up. This is our. Okay. Done. 2 marks. This is Sec 3 Express. Hey, look at my topic at the side. I write 5 question EMath Sec 3E. Okay. Part 2. Given that race average speed for the whole race was 10.5 km per hour. Form an equation in x and show that it reduced to blah blah blah. Wait a minute. Why not expand into x squared plus x? It's okay, I can leave it in this form. Later, I will still need to expand. Okay, later part, I will still need to expand one. Usually, when we simplify into a single fraction, our denominator, we try to keep it as the factorized form. Actually, this one, I can also take out 5x plus 1. No need, it's okay. This is Sec 2, quadratic equation. Okay? When you are in Sec 3, of course, you are also tested on Sec 1, Sec 2 stuff, right? Yeah, so if you're not here to learn and want to come and criticize, please go out of this session. Scroll away, go to other channel. Thank you very much. Okay, so the whole race is 10.5 km per hour. Take note, this is average speed. So what's the formula to find average speed? Total distance divided by total time taken. Total distance divided by total time taken. So let's see. My total distance was 10 km, correct? Okay. Total time taken. Total time will be this. So it means that I'm going to take 10 divided by 10x plus 2 over x plus 1. So actually this is how you calculate the average speed. Total distance is 10 km divided by the total time, which is previously we already simplified. And they tell you that it is 10.5. So equal it to 10.5. Next is how are you going to massage this to become this? Okay. So how are we going to simplify? Easy. This one put as 10 over 1. Okay. Divide. I'm going to change it to multiply. So now flip up. So it becomes x. X plus 1 is at the top. And bottom becomes 10x plus 2. This 10.5, you can put it into fraction. You press calculator, 10.5, press equal 21 over 2. So change it to 21 over 2. Okay, this is multiply, so the 10 goes to the top. So I just do 10x, x plus 1 over 10x plus 2 equals to 21 over 2. So far, so good. Can everyone understand this part? How I come from here, 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 here? If nobody have any question, I will continue. Okay, let's continue. So now both sides single fraction already, right? Happily cross multiply. So it will be 2 times this. I straight away put 20. Explain the last. You mean how from here to here, is it? From here to here. So actually it's because it's 10 multiplied by this. So I just put 10 times x. 10 times x is 10x. Then bracket x plus 1 over 10x plus 2. Okay, so this one will be, I can just rainbow, no, wait, I don't rainbow first. I cross multiply, so this is 20x, x plus 1 equals to 21, 10x plus 2. Okay, I'm showing more steps because it's clearer to write more steps for them to understand. You want to jump step, jump a little bit step, please don't jump until so far. Later you got careless mistake. Okay, now next is open up, rainbow. So 20x squared plus 20x equals to 210x plus 42. So because it's a quadratic equation, so throw everything to the left hand side. So 20x squared plus 20x minus 210x minus 42 equals to 0. So 20 minus 210 minus 190. So 20x squared minus 190x minus 42 equals to 0. And take note that this equation still can simplify. Okay? I teach every week, only 2 days, Wednesday and Sunday. So divide by 2. Divide by 2. Every Wednesday 8 to 9:30 and Sunday it's 5 to 6:30. Sunday it's for the time being it's 5 to 6:30 lah. Thanks, Yong. Yong, I thought you want to go somewhere. Why are you still around? Okay, so divide by 2. So it becomes 10x squared minus 95x minus 21 equals to 0. Then C. Compare. Ta-da! Ta-da! Yeah, exactly the same. And happily you write shown. You're not interested in math? Okay, Lisa, if I'm not wrong, you're not this level, right? Of course, there's a lot of this solving. Okay, as you go higher level, you will have all these things. Okay, so I have reduced this. Of course, the next part is to ask you to solve. So when they ask you to solve the equation, give your answer correct to 2 decimal place. This part. See, correct to 2 decimal place. They already hint you. They're already hinting you that you're going to use the quadratic formula. Okay, so in EMath, most of the school, Sec 2, they learn solving quadratic equation by factorization. Then after that, in Sec 3, they teach the completing the square as well as the quadratic formula. Okay, so in this question, you need to round off, means that you're going to use quadratic formula. Cannot use the factorization. So in this case, okay, let me write out the equation first. So 10x squared minus 95x minus 21 equals to 0. Write out your A, B, C. Mode 2 actually is to guide you. But you still have to show the formula. You still need to show the working. So it will be, power leh. You also can write the formula down, Yong. Okay, my A is 10. A is the coefficient of x squared. B is the coefficient of x, which is minus 95. C is the coefficient of a constant. So I'm going to use the formula. So my x is equals to minus b plus minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So this is the formula to solve quadratic equation. Okay, this is the formula to solve quadratic equation. So let's put in our ABC. So it'll be minus 95 plus minus 95 square minus 4ac over 210. You have to write this out, but of course the magic is I'm going to use the mode 3.3. So mine is mode 5.3. Okay, I will key in 10 minus 95 and negative 21. So I will get 9.716 because they say 2 decimal place. So I write under 3 decimal place is enough. Or negative 0.216. Yeah. Put 2 decimal place, 9.72 or minus 0.22. So this is 2 dp and 2 dp. Please don't reject anything here. Although you know that x is the speed, right? We know that x is the speed. But a lot of students like to reject here. But technically speaking, when you are solving this, you see you are just solving the equation. It's not yet related to the so-called problem sum. Yep. It's 2 value. 2 answer two solution cannot happen at the same time, right? For this case, yes, most students always reject here. So only reject here when you see the last part. They will say find the time Ray will take if he ran the entire race at his initial speed. So it means that if he ran the entire race at his initial speed was x, right? So if I'm going to use the 2x already, x equals to 9.716 or x equals to negative 0.216. Over here, because I want to use my x to calculate for part 4, then I will have to reject. Wow, Minecraft, you find it? Thanks. Okay, Minecraft, you were quiet today. So I'm going to reject here. Please reject at this part only. Reject here, then you're going to use this one. Take note. They ask to find if he used the initial speed. So I'm going to just use 10 km, which is the total distance, divide by x, which is 9.716. Never use the round off numbers to divide. So actually, I want to be kiasu a bit. So I'm going to use the longer one. So it will be 16. Okay. So let's see. So it will be fraction 10 over 9.71613. So it will be 1.0292 hour. Round off to 3SF. 1.03 hour. Done. 3SF. Take note, this one is saying that the entire race is at the initial speed, which is x. They are not asking for this one. They are not asking for these two add up together. It's not. Because this one is, first part is 2 x km per hour. Second part is x plus 1 km per hour. So the time taken is different. Over here, they say that if it's going to be at the initial speed for the whole journey, that's why I take 10 over the x. And then after that, that will be the time taken. Oh, good. I thought we need to explain why we reject. No need, it's okay. Just say x is more than 0, no? You want to write also can. You can say x is more than 0. I usually just reject. I never write if reason. Okay? Okay, let's move on. So this kind of question usually is very easy to get marks. Okay, usually the first part whereby to form the expression, students will get the marks. Okay, asking to form equation, that's the part student cannot get the marks. Okay, because algebraic fraction, they are weak. Okay, they need to combine single fraction, they don't know how to combine single fraction. Okay, so you need to master your algebraic fraction, combine into a single fraction, so that you'll be able to handle this kind of question. And then after that, if you cannot touch wood, you cannot form here, right? Really cannot form here. Please still go and solve this part and this part, because you don't need the part 2 to solve part 3 and part 4, understand? Okay, next question. Okay, so the diagram, this one is what? This one is a triangle. I think it's Torcaso obtuse. Yeah, obtuse angle. So the diagram shows 3 points P, Q, and R on the horizontal length. PR is 470 and QR is 318. Okay, stated there. It is given that sine theta is equals to, theta is here, is the obtuse. Sine theta is 7 over blah blah blah. Okay, see here. So you need to know sine theta is equals to, I'm going to label this as alpha. So sine theta is equals to sine alpha, because first and second quadrant both, the sign is positive. So sine theta is equals to sine alpha, which is equals to 7 over 25. And we have the Torcaso. And of course, this is sine we talk about so. So if it's so, means that the 7 is the opposite. That means here is 7. And then after that, the 25 is the hypotenuse, which is here. But take careful, this is not 7 cm, so you should write 7 unit and 25 unit. So we are done. Next is, they ask to calculate the area of PQR. PQR. So we know you need to take half times base times the perpendicular height. So the 7 unit actually is the perpendicular height. So we need to find the perpendicular height, but let's do 25 unit is 470. So 25 unit, okay, equals to, I'm going to just use arrow. Okay, 25 unit is 470. So I want to find 7 unit. 470 divided by 25 times 7. 470 divided by 25 times 7. So I get 131.6. So over here is 131.6 meter. So then after that, area of triangle PQR equals to half times QR times height. I can label this as x, px. So it will be half times 318 times 131.6. Yeah, you all want to use bracket also can. 318 and 131.6. And we will get 20924.4 meter square. Okay, so we are done with the first part. Okay, let's move on to the second part. Wait. Okay, they say without the use of calculator, show that the value of cosine theta is equals to minus 24 over 25. So remember just now the triangle, this one was alpha, and we know that this is 7 unit, and this is 25 unit, and this is 90 degree. How do you know sine theta equals to sine alpha? This is obtuse, whereby we talk about first quadrant and second quadrant. In EMath, you only learned first 2 quadrants. Okay, in EMath, you need to know all 4 quadrants. Okay, so over here, A, S, T, C. A, S, T, C. So the first quadrant, which is the A, everything is positive. Second quadrant, sine is positive. Third quadrant, tangent is positive. Fourth quadrant, cosine is positive. So over here, you look at your theta. Theta is obtuse. It is an angle in the second quadrant. And we know that in the second quadrant, sine is positive. Okay? And in other words, their ratio, it will be the same for the first quadrant and the second quadrant. That's why I know sine theta is equals to sine basic angle. You see the straight line, this side, Okay. Okay, come, let's continue this part. So now I know this is 25 unit and 7 unit. So I use Pythagoras theorem to find my third side. So I will take 25 square minus 7 square, then square root. 25 square minus 7 square, and then you square root. So you get 24. So that means this side is 24 unit. 24 unit, Okay, now see here, this is cosine theta, right? Cosine theta is equals to minus cosine alpha. So now, why is it different from just now? Just now was sine theta equals to sine alpha, right? Because I tell you first and second quadrant both is positive. But you see here, this theta, we know that it is a second quadrant. So we know that second quadrant cosine is negative. So we can use the same trigo ratio as cosine alpha, but we got to put minus in front. We got to put minus in front, okay? So then after that, we know that cosine theta is equals to minus cosine alpha. So referring to this diagram, my A will be the 24. That's why it's minus 24 over hypotenuse over 25. Done. Shown. Okay, so you need to show this, how to get the third side by using Pythagoras theorem. And then you got to state that cosine theta is equals to minus cosine basic, and therefore is equals to minus 24 over 5. Okay, next. Hence, find the distance PQ. Let's see. PQ, PQ, PQ. Where is my PQ? PQ is here. Okay, over here, we can, okay, this is a big right angle triangle, correct? I can actually use Pythagoras theorem to find my PQ. So how am I going to do that is, I have 131.6 already, but I need this Rx, which just now previously we know it is 24 unit, correct? So we know it's 24 unit. So let's find out what is 24 unit. 24 unit is 470 divided by 25. So 24 unit is equals to 470 over 25 times 24. 470 over 25 times 24. So you will get 451.2 meter. Here will be 451.2 meter. So now I'm going to draw the big, this one PXQ here. PXQ. So PX we have it, which is 131.6. The bottom one is 318 plus 451.2. So the here will be, from here to here will be 769.2. Your task is to find PQ. So use Pythagoras theorem. PQ will be equals to 131.6 square plus 769.2 square, and then you square root. Okay? 131.6 square plus 769.2 square. You will get 780.376. Round off to 3SF, 780 meter. 3SF. Done. Okay? So this one is pretty straightforward. The only thing is that, you see, must always make it a habit. Not find hypotenuse. Oh yeah, correct. You must always make it a habit. Once you find the information, you always update the diagram. So just now I update 131.6, correct? Because I update that. Okay, because I update that, that's why I know that to find PQ is just you looking at the big right angle triangle. What I mean by, can you explain 3 again? You mean explain the whole question 3 again, or part 3? Part 3 is, you see, this PQX is, I draw this whole big triangle over here. I draw this whole big triangle. So this side, PX, I already have it previously, which is a 7 unit, so it's 131.6. QX, because I already have my 24 unit, correct? So I need to find 24 unit is how much? And we know that 25 unit is 470. So that's why I put 470 divided by 25 to find the 1 unit. Then multiply it by 24. Then after that, I get 451.2. Okay, that's how I get here 451.2. So if the whole thing, the whole QX will be 318 plus 451.2. So that's why this QX is 769.2. So maybe I put here at the bracket, this is 318 plus 451.2. And because this is a right angle triangle, we can use Pythagoras theorem to find the hypotenuse. So we take 131.6 square plus 769.2 square, then the whole thing square root, and I get the PQ. Okay? Oh no, we are not done with this question. Okay? Good. T is the top of a building that is standing vertically at R. Oh, wait, where's my R? Okay. And the angle of elevation of T from P is 12. So let's visualize. Okay, I'm going to put a diagram here so you can see. Red pen. So there is a so-called tower here. Of course, this diagram that you see is on the floor. It's on the floor. It's plane. That's why they say it's on a piece of horizontal land. It's plane. So the tower is here. Of course, you cannot see from here. From the top view, of course, you just see a dot. But from the side view or what, you have to, you know that there's a tower there. Okay. Then they say that it is vertically at R. Later then I draw for you. And the angle of elevation of T from P, it's 12. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to draw at this side my R, and then after that my P. This is the tower, and this is the T. T T is the top of the building. T is the top of the building, is at R. They ask to find the angle of elevation of T from P. That means it's like you are here, you want to look up. So angle of elevation looking upwards, we want this. Okay, they want this angle over here, question mark. And this is definitely 90 degrees. So let's fill up the information that we have. See whether we have RP or not. RP, yes, 470. Here is 470. The building, I don't have. Did they tell me? No, don't have. Oh, sorry, not this one, question mark. Elevation is given. So this one is 18 degrees. 12 degrees, sorry. 12 degrees, All good. So, of course, this one is on the floor. You cannot visualize. So, I always draw out separately. So, just visualize this thing is here. It's here. It's here. You need to draw out so it's easier. Now, I need to find the building. So, this is the part whereby they ask you to find. So, this is a right angle triangle. Angle is given. Side is also given. So, I'm going to use 3 car so. So now my question is, can someone tell me use 3 car or so? Anyone still listening? Oh, yo, nobody listening. Then can off work early lah. Then I can rest before my jab later, you know, since nobody is listening. Okay, Minecraft is 12. So only one student listening. Should I use 12 car or so to find my height of the building, which is TR in this case? Wow, Minecraft, only you and I talking only to each other only. Nobody listening in class also. That means I can retire today lah. Retire early. Thanks for the ice cream. How? Nobody want to help. Only one person reply me the answer only. Okay. See here. My 12 degree is given. So my 12, this angle is your reference. So this one is your opposite. And the 90 degree, this side is your adjacent. And this side is your hypotenuse. So how to know whether to use 3 car or so? 3 car or so. First, I want to find my TR, which is the opposite. So I can only use 3 or so. Agree now? Next is my adjacent is given. 470 is given. So of course I need to use my A. So of course I'm going to use this. So in other words, I'm going to use 3. So you form the equation by saying tangent 12 degree is equals to TR over RP, which is equals to TR over 470. Tangent 12 degree over 1. Okay, cross multiply. So my means my TR equals to 470 tangent 12 degree. So it will be 470 times tangent 12. And that will give us 99.9015. Round it off to 1 dp. Because this is angle. Sorry, not this is the angle. This is length. Okay, round off to 3 SF. So it will be 99.9 meter. 3 SF. Done. Can? So understand why use 12. You all need to identify how to use which one. 12 car. So I repeat, because I need to find the TR, which is the opposite. Okay, this second daily catchment don't understand almost everything. It's either you're not in the same level or just trying to disturb, is it? If you are trying to disturb, then please go out of this session. If you want to ask a proper question, you ask what you don't understand. Don't say you don't understand. I don't know what you don't understand. Okay? 3. Every time Sunday, sure got people come in and kacau one. People want to learn, so many people, we students, me, so hardworking, I teach, you all learn, these people come in and ji xiao one. Okay, come, V. Okay, Ellie walks along the path PQ until he reached a point E. Calculate the largest angle of depression from the T to E. Okay, let me see the diagram again. Ellie walks from P to Q, okay, until he reached a point E. Calculate the largest angle of depression from T to E. Okay, calculate largest angle of depression is the same meaning as calculate the greatest angle of elevation. So actually, when you have you will need to find the perpendicular distance, the shortest distance. Okay, that means this person walked from P to Q. And remember, our building is at here, C. Our building is at C. Our building is at C. So you walk from P to Q. Where will be the shortest distance that you will go here? You will go perpendicular. So always remember, this kind of question come out is always the perpendicular. So E is here. Understand? E is here. So next is, I'm going to draw a diagram again. So I'm going to draw, this time round, R is here. My T is here. Okay? Okay, I put like that. And then this one is my E. Okay? They asked for depression is actually talking about this one. They wanted this one. And because this is parallel, so that means Z, we are talking about this. So when they ask for the largest depression, it's the same as the largest elevation. Use angle bisect theorem to find ER. What is angle bisect theorem? 哇，为什么我都没有听过这个东西嘞？ Okay, no, it's actually just using area of triangle. So just now remember that actually, wait, just now did I do wrongly? Wait 我找一个东西先。Wait. I suddenly, no, 自己吓自己。No. Okay, because you know what? Remember just now we got find our area PQR. See here, just now in part 1 we already found our area PQR. Okay, and just now we also found our PQ. So I'm going to update my PQ, which is 780.376. 780.376. So this is my base, correct? So I want to find this so-called perpendicular height, which is the ER. This one. This is the question mark that I need to find. Okay? Because my TR I already have it, which is over here. So put this here, put the long 99.9015. See, I have this. I need to find my E. E and D is the same value, okay? And why is it I want to find the shortest distance? It's because you imagine that you are in front, the building is in front of you, okay? You will only look up the highest, greatest angle of elevation when you are the nearest to the building, which is the shortest distance, okay? So it becomes the greatest angle of elevation happens when you are the shortest distance. So in order to find ER, I'm going to use the area formula. So do you agree the area of triangle PQR, I also can say is half times PQ times this perpendicular height that will give me the same area. So I will write here. So half times PQ times the so-called height will give me the same area, which is our, this one, 20924.4. So 20924.4. And PQ previously we already found, which is the 780.376. So half times 780.376 times half equals to 20924.4. So my height will take 20924.4 divided by half times 780.376. And of course, this one, press calculator. 20924.4 over half times 780.376. So it gives me 53.626. Put it here, 53. I hope this time round you all know whether to take 3 car or so. So now I want to find my elevation. So should I take 3 car or so? Wait. Hi. I want to find my elevation. That means the angle over here. I can label this as, did I use theta just now? Have so we can use this one is beta lah. Yeah, Minecraft. It is still 3. Okay. Why? Because the angle of elevation is here. This is opposite. This is adjacent. So O over A, so it's 3. So it's use tangent beta is equals to 99.9015 over 53.626. So find beta will be tangent inverse 99.9015. Yes, correct, Minecraft. So 53.626. So it will be tangent inverse fraction 99.9015 over 53.626. And that will give us 61.773. Round off to 1 dp because this is angle. So it's 61.8 degree. 1 dp. Done. Okay. Okay, the next topic, advanced statistics. Going to teach about the cumulative frequency. Some school teach during Sec 4. Most of the school teach during Sec 4. But I don't know why this school put in the Sec 3. I just randomly pick a school, okay? That school put what question, I will do what question. Okay, so we are done with the question 3. Okay. So today, I'm going to just do 4 questions. Okay, I don't see any response. I don't feel like doing my question 5 today. So let's just do 4 questions. Okay, anyway, question 5 is a graph question. I got no time to plot the graph. So I will just do question 4 and I will rest. Okay, come, question 4. This is a cumulative frequency curve for the number of hours of community service accumulated over 4 years by 120 students in Vista Secondary School. Okay, this is a cumulative frequency. So first use your graph to find the median. Okay, use your graph to find the median. So what you need to know is, first you find the maximum. The maximum is 120. Take note, it's not necessary that you see 120 here, that's your 100%. Sometimes the scale put 120, but the drawing, it only end like maybe here, like below. Then you need to go and find out what is the last number. That is your 100%. For this case, it's touched at the last. So my 100% is 120, understand? So, what I'm going to do is, median is tying the 50%. So I'm going to just take 50%, multiply by 120, and of course that gives me 60. So it means that my median happens at 60 over here. Here. So we will just draw the line. And then after that, dot down. Okay, this is just estimation because this one cannot see properly . Okay, so what I will get is 70. Okay, I just agak-agak 70. So that means my median is 70 because I took 50% of the maximum number. Okay, so maybe at the side here you can put here the maximum is 120. So I take 50% times 120, then you get 60. And then 60 is here, dot, 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 dot. This is my median. And that's wait. Therefore, median equals to 70 hours. Because this one is number of hours, ma. Okay. Now interquartile range. Interquartile range. Please remember that interquartile range is Q3 quarter 3 minus quarter 1. Q3 minus Q1. Okay. So Q3 it is 75%. Q1 it is 25%. Okay. So just now, we need to find our 75% of 120 and 25% of 120. So do working. I'm going to put at the side. So 75% of 120 and 25% of 120. 75% times 120 will give me 90. 25% times 120, that will give me 30. So I will have to go to my diagram, go to 30 and 90 and find out what is the number. So 30 and 90. 30 will be half of this one. Here got 10 lines. Da, 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 da. Oh, 没有，不是 not taking 90 minus 30. Minecraft. The 90 is telling us 90 here, go here. I need to take the quarter 3, Q3 hours first. And then the 30, and then I have to take this number. Then you minus. Okay, cannot take the 90 minus 30, So over here, dot down. I will get for 50 here. 这个是50, 52, 54, 54, okay? 54. So at the 30, it is 54 hours. So now let's go to the 90. Let's go to the 90 and draw it down here. So we know that each is 2, so this is 84. So it's 84 and 54. So I will take 84 minus 54, and that will give us 30. And that will be the interquartile range. Okay, so what I did was 75% times the maximum is 90. I go 90 84 hours. 25% is the Q1, so 25% times 120 is 30. And then again, I go to 30 54 is the hours. So we will take 84 minus 54, and that will give us 30. Choo, 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 choo. Okay. Second last question. They say, find the percentage of students who accumulated more than 100 hours of community service. Okay, this one be careful. Very common mistake that students make. They say percentage of students who accumulate more than 100 hours. So many students will say, okay, more than 100. I go to 100. Okay, I go to 100. I dot up. And then I go and find the corresponding students over here. And this number over here will be 115115116. Okay. Then student will say, oh, 116 no. But first you need to know how this data works. 116 means that there are 116 students who commit 100 hours and below. 116 is 100 and below. Okay, but the question asks for more than 100. So we know that our maximum is 120, right? So you will take 120 minus 116. Understand? Remember, so the key is because it's more than. So from graph, okay, from graph less than 100, less than 100 is 116. So therefore, we will have to take the maximum, which is 120 minus 116, so it's 4. So only 4 students accumulate more than 100 hours, understand? But again, next is they ask for percentage. So it's 4 out of the total students, which we know is 120. So 4 out of 120, then multiply it by 100. So 4 over 120 multiplied by 100. And that will give us, put mixed number, 3.13%. Done. Okay. Okay. Randolph. Is it my Randolph? Randolph? Why are you in TikTok? My own student Randolph. Okay. Okay, the last one. The number of hours of community service accumulated by another 120 students in another secondary school is represented by this box and whisker. This is called box and whisker diagram. This is another form of data presentation. So now they say make 2 comparisons between the number of hours the students spend on community service in the 2 schools. Okay, let's see. Just now the median was 70. This one, the median is this middle line over here. So let me just highlight. Not highlight, just state. This one, the middle line is called the median. Okay. The end of the box, this is called the Q1. The end of the front of the box is Q1. The end of the box is Q3. Okay. And then the line here, this is the maximum, which we know is 120. Then the minimum. Minimum, this one, let me see. 20. More than 2. So it will be minus 6. 14. Right. So this is 10, 12, 14. So this one is minimum, which is at 14. This one had 120. The median, so we know it's 2, right? 62. The Q1, it is 44. The Q3 is 80. So few things to do. You can calculate the interquartile range, which is Q3 minus Q1. For this case, it's 80 minus 44. And that will give us 36. You can also find out what's the median, which is over here. The median is equals to 62. So this one is this one is the Venus. This is Venus. So just now the other school, our IQR it was 30. The median was 70. Okay, this one is the Vista school. Vista school. So they want to base on these two, based on based on this information, and then state what is the comparison between the hours the students spend on the community the community service in the 2 schools. So how do you do this question? How do you explain? Okay, so by looking at the median, you will know that Vista School, students from Vista School actually spend more hours on the community service as the median hours is high. So the first comparison, I can state that students from Vista School spend more time on community service. And then you got to explain why, right? Cannot anyhow say, right? So you got to be obvious and say that because the median, our median is just like the average. So you can see by Vista, the average is they take 70 hours. They spend 70 hours. Then Venus is like the average is spend 62 hours. So by looking at the average, we say that, okay, Vista actually spend more times on community service, as the median hours is higher. So that's the first statement. Okay, how about the second statement? Hi, yeah, will this be posted on YouTube? I'm going right now. I got to go. Yes, correct. It will be posted on YouTube as usual. Telegram channel will be the worksheet. Okay. It will be posted tomorrow, Monday. Okay. Okay, next. Question 2. Part 2. You will say, okay, this is now we compare the interquartile range. Interquartile range, one is 36 and this is 30, right? Students from Venus School, okay, the hours is more, there's more variation. It's more varied as the interquartile range is larger. So what is interquartile range? You see, interquartile range, no problem, Grace. Okay, interquartile range is take Q3 minus Q1, correct? So it's actually something like the middle range of the data. So if an interquartile range is larger, it means that most of the data, the range is very big, and it means that the variation is higher. So how you mention the second one will be, because at first I compare with the median. Now I'm going to use the interquartile range to explain. So you will say, wait, I need to move up, if not you all cannot see. Maybe I fold this one like that. Okay, like that. Okay, so with this, then you will say students from Venus School community service hours is more varied. More varied. As why? As the interquartile range is larger. Done. Okay, so this is the theory for the explanation of the data. Oh, good. I'm going to avoid this question 5 because no time to do. Hoi. No time. Okay, so that's all for today. How do we do graph AX plus BY equals to K? My graph, that one is linear graph. Linear graph. Wait, where's my paper? They put it into that form, but you need to shift it. See, AX plus BY equals to K. So you make Y the subject first. So BY equals to minus AX plus K. Y is equals to minus A over BX plus K over B. So actually it is in the form of, yes. It's actually in the form of W equals to MX plus C. It's the same. Okay, it is the same. Can? Yeah, I think Sec 2E, the first topic is teaching the linear graph. I'm also teaching my students linear graph this morning. Okay, so that's all for today. Okay,